so much for tuning into this video today, and welcome back to Glameres Gems. Today in this video, I'm going to be sharing my experience on my second plus size pregnancy. So just stay tuned, and I have a lot of helpful information for you. So let me just get into the video. I found out I was pregnant right at 4 weeks, and it was really crazy because I took a test and it came back positive, and it was really soon. However, I found out later on that I had ovulated late. So when I went to my first doctor's appointment, I was thinking I was around 11, 12 weeks pregnant, but in actuality, I was only 6 weeks pregnant. And during this time frame, I started getting a lot of the symptoms. So I was panicked because I was like, why would I get the symptoms starting at almost 11, 12 weeks? This should be when it's simmering down. No, that's just when the journey began. So from the moment that I got around 6 weeks pregnant, I have had something called a post-nasal drip. And I know that it's very common in pregnancies with a lot of women. I've read like a lot of forums online that women have experienced this post-nasal drip. However, day to day when I go to work or I'm meeting different people and I ask them about it, people always say, well, I've heard of it, but I've never personally met someone that's went through it. So I'm going to be sharing information on my experience with this because being pregnant and being able to create new life is a blessing from God, you know, but at the same time, it has worn on me very thin. And I'm currently not feeling that great today. So this is going to definitely be the perfect opportunity to really share and be completely transparent with my experience. So first things first, and excuse me, I know I'm just all over the place, but I'm pregnant spring. So with the post-nasal drip, you're constantly, the way it makes you feel is you're constantly having a nasal drainage. So it's never enough where you have to blow your nose, and it's never enough where you're having to always spit in a cup, because I know some women that are pregnant, they constantly spit in a cup. And I do that from time to time, but that's a different pregnancy symptom. The post-nasal drip is just constant drainage, and it's very frustrating because since you can't blow your nose, it's just always sitting there. So that's why it lasts for the whole pregnancy. So I'm currently 29 weeks, and I've had it pretty much, I guess if I'm 29 weeks, whatever 29 minus 6 is, I've had it for 23 weeks, if that makes sense. And I'm assuming I'm going to have it until the very end because I've just had it every day. So in the mornings is pretty much the strongest, where I get it the most, and that's when I can spit it up because I'm laying down, so it's just sitting there, so it's easier to come up. But throughout the day, it's just very nagging at me. So I wanted to share some things that give me relief, so hoping that it will help other women going through this, because again, I don't see many videos on YouTube about it. So any way that I can shed light on it, or just, you know, provide any insight to give another pregnant woman in the future relief, I am all willing to do that. So number one, the first thing that I do is I drink a lot of water, but I cannot drink water plain because I will throw it up. Because when I drink water plain, it just pretty much adds to the drainage that I already have, and it's just doubling it. So what I do is I add this lemon juice to, excuse me, I add this lemon juice to my water, and I'm very heavy with it. I go through maybe a bottle a week, just about with these. But then I found out that Dunkin' Donuts, they have the lemon water packets. So they should have never told me that, because I abuse that. I'll go there in the morning. I'm like, can I get a cup of ice, a bottle of water, and 10 lemon juice packets? And they're like, here comes that pregnant girl again. And they normally, you know, give me extras. But that's what I do to hold me through. And what's great about it is the lemon juice. Lemon is acidic, just like an orange. So the acid breaks down the mucus that you have sitting there. So when you're drinking the lemon water, it just really is more tolerable, and it gives you a little bit of relief. However, lemon water can be like a detoxant. So if you drink too much of it, it can also make you sick. So it's kind of like a catch-22. You just kind of have to find that middle area of how it's gonna really help you. But that's what I do. Now, my doctor did mention, and again, I am not a medical professional or anything like that. I know I have to give a disclaimer because so many people are like, okay, what are you talking about? But my doctor suggested to do like get a mint leaf or chop up some cucumber and infuse it in water, because mint is the next thing that I wanted to mention. I don't have any mint to show, but I mean, I don't need to show you mint. Anybody can buy a peppermint, but excuse me. But mint is another thing that I do in conjunction with the lemon water. So what I'll do is I'll suck on mint, like a peppermint, or I'll suck on, I'm trying to think of what that mint is. I think it's like a Lifesavers mint, like the circle ones. I'll suck on one of those in addition to drinking the lemon water, and it gives me relief because I guess the mint is just strong, so it just kind of helps relieve that. Or you can chew on some gum, and that kind of helps, because also with post-nasal drip, if you can imagine having a lot of mucus on you, it's going to affect the smell of your breath. And then with you being pregnant and having a stronger sense of smell, you're going to get sick off of that too, because you're constantly, you know, smelling that mucus on your breath. So it also causes me to brush my teeth more frequently throughout the day, just to give myself relief with that. And I really don't know what has caused this, because I didn't have it with my son. My pregnancies are 10 years apart. So I had my son years ago, and now I'm starting over. And I never had it. It was smooth sailing with him. But with this pregnancy, you know, I've just had this, and it's very not, I don't want to say it's frustrating, because me having it each day is a constant reminder that I'm still pregnant. My baby's still growing, which is great. But it has really just dawned, like, it's just, what's the word I'm looking for? It has just really been very stressful. I'm just dealing with it. So in addition to the mint and the lemon water, as I was mentioning, my doctor said that doing a mint leaf and the cucumber infused in your water can give some relief. But just to be completely honest, I have not tried that yet. So I might try it and let you guys know how that works out. But lastly, in the beginning of my pregnancy, of course, I was very sick. I was nauseated, and I was drinking, like, I would drink or try to drink like a ginger ale. I can never do Sprite, because Sprite to me personally has a sweeter taste than ginger ale. But then some people cannot stand ginger ale. They prefer Sprite. So whichever one you prefer is fine. But I'm a ginger ale person, so I would drink the ginger ale, but the carbonation from the ginger ale would make me nauseated, and I would just my body would just reject it. So my cousin, she had mentioned to me that I should try a ginger candy. So I tried these, and they're called Gin, and they're very, very delicious. It kind of tastes just like a ginger snap. You can get this from, I guess, like a Whole Foods supermarket or like a farmer's market. But I also was told that you can get them from Publix. So just be on the lookout for it. Or if you do a lot of online shopping, you can order it from Amazon or wherever you order online. So try these, because these are really good to suck on and to give you a relief in your stomach. But even if you're not pregnant, a lot of women that suffer from IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, they use this as well, because of course ginger gives your body relief whenever your stomach is upset and things like that. But because it's a natural, I don't know if it's an herb or a spice. Since it's a natural spice, I would say, it just kind of gives you relief, and it's a natural way to relieve you a little bit when you're going through that first stage of the morning sickness, because of course there's no way around that. You just have to kind of endure that process. And then I also have these ginger chews, but I have not even opened these yet to try them, but I'm assuming ginger is pretty much consistent, you know, across the board. So I would assume it tastes a lot similar to the ginger chewies. So yeah, I just wanted to share these, but that's the regimen that I'm using currently, just to give my body a little bit of relief with this post-nasal drip. Lastly, I wanted to mention any dairies, milks, things like that. You have to be cautious of, because when the holidays came around, I was eating macaroni and cheese and, you know, different pies and whatever. And because that stuff has eggs in there, dairy, cheese, and all of that, it intensified the post-nasal drip that I had. So now I'm just really flowing. And because I'm currently sick right now, I have like this frog in my throat. That, when that starts to drain, it is more intense on top of the post-nasal drip. So I've just been going through it, y'all. I really have. But once this little baby gets here and they're here safely, I can pretty much breathe, and I'm praying it goes away as soon as I have my baby, because if it doesn't, I just might, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go crazy, probably. I'll probably have to put me in a nut house or something, or put me on the 6th floor at the hospital, because this don't make no sense. But I know that a lot of women get it, you know, but there's not enough videos sharing what they're doing currently to relieve it. So I don't know if I'm the first person to make a video about it, but I'm hoping that this video was helpful. And please, if you have any additional tips that can help me, because I still have a little ways to go, please leave the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell. That way you can stay up to date with me on more of my pregnancy videos that I'm going to be posting. I'm going to be posting more frequently. I know I'm towards the 3rd trimester, but I think it's better that I started my pregnancy videos now. That way I can just pretty much backtrack on what I've been through within these past 29 weeks, or really 23 weeks, because that's when the symptoms and everything started. And lastly, please go ahead, and I'll be happy and honored to share more of my pregnancy videos with you and all of what I've went through. So thank you again for tuning in, and I hope y'all have a great evening.